What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the latest episode of The Legislative Director, talking about legislative things. Here she is, the belle of the ball that is the Indiana General Assembly, Legislative Director Ambre Marr. With her, as always, your friendly fool or court jester, not the Legislative Director, Jason Topsy. And look, it's been a week. We took a week off because guess what?
Oh my goodness.
It's celebration time. We got hats. We got noisemakers. Session is over.
I have my noisemaker, but I am not going to do it. Oh my. I feel like I did not realize how annoying that these noisemakers are until you started using one.
I bet you Anna's is not as annoying as mine.
It's not.
But anyway, Amber, congratulations.
Thank you.
Session is over. How are you feeling?
It is over. I am feeling like I'm still digging myself out.
Yeah, that feels about right. It's a lot going on for almost 5 months out of the year with it being a long session.
It's like you woke up and it's May.
Like you're emerging from a coma.
Yeah. Not that the General Assembly makes me feel like I'm in a coma.
Maybe, though.
But I just feel like where'd
the time go? You looked up and
go, and then they end, and things just keep going. So I feel, it's a little bit of like a.
Is it some re-entry issues maybe into like regular time maybe?
Yeah, I just kind of want to be gone for a while.
Okay. Well, let's see how we can help make that happen. Let's see what we can do about that.
I mean, I think I've referenced it like this. It's like Zach Morris in Saved by the Bell. Like you just want to be like, time out.
First of all, I love the Zach Morris reference and the Saved by the Bell reference. Who was your favorite character in that?
Oh, well.
Screech? You're a Screech gal? No?
No. I mean, I really did fall into what everybody else did. It was the Zach and Kelly show, Yeah. Kelly Kapowski.
You could have really thrown us up. Well, look, who didn't love Kelly Kapowski?
Listen, I did love Slater, though.
Yeah, look, AC was the man.
So I think sometimes Zach was just like, I'd be like this with Zach. And then Slater, I'd be like, get it. Yeah.
You can say whatever you wanted.
Loved it.
Well, shout out to AC and the whole Bayside crew. And hope you guys, you should go back and watch that show. It's a good show.
Okay. Sorry about that.
So we, look, Anna's in the chat. Who doesn't love Mario Lopez? Correct. And
exactly.
Side note, I think he's actually doing AARP commercials now. Showed up in my YouTube feed one day.
Really?
Yeah. He's
See, I knew there was a reason why I brought this up.
Because I think he's over 50 now. So that's what I'm talking. We're gonna look this up afterwards, but shout out to Mario and the whole, like I said, the whole Bayside crew. So Amber, we're not going to get into every single piece of legislation that we maybe were interested in or talked about or that happened during the General Assembly. We are going to start off with a few today, go over them real quick, get into the fast facts and that's a little show rundown for you. But let's get into it then.
Sure.
Let's start with our first bill. We're going to talk about Senate bill, or no, it's not even Senate bill. It's Senate Enrolled Act, SEA 142.
Yes. This was the Eviction Matters bill?
Eviction issues.
Because you have
issues. Oh yeah, see, I have her notes. There we go. Eviction issues.
Thank you.
There we go. That's my bad. Look, that's bad staff work, and I apologize.
Okay, Senate Enrolled Act 142 is eviction issues. We have really talked a long time about this over, the last couple of months. It started out being much more of a robust bill, and sort of it was scaled back as it moved through the process. So this basically is supposed to try to enhance or streamline the eviction, excuse me, not effective, eviction sealing program, which seals records when the tenant either wins the case or when both parties reach an agreement. Right now, it's my understanding that someone actually has to file for that sealing if they want to have their eviction sealed. What this bill will do, it will actually allow that eviction sealing to happen when they're in court.
Okay.
So, but it is only able to be done when, again, the tenant wins the case or the monetary amount that the tenant owes is settled.
So it's like when it's all squared away,
Yes.
everybody, landlord got what they were looking for, and and it's all been settled, gets to
Yes, they can do it at the same time, which is really great because then they don't have to leave that court hearing where they're already in the eviction hearing and then come back at a later date and try to get that taken care of. Because as we all know, evictions can really affect someone's ability to get affordable housing, accessible housing. It just can lead to homelessness, all of these things. So, and I know that we did provide these statistics in the past, but wanted to just reiterate that according to ARP and Statista, this is an analysis of the Census Bureau data, they estimated 347,458 older adults aged 55 plus are expected to be evicted in 2025 in the country. If we look a little closer to home, with that same data, there's an estimated 7,911 older adults aged 55 plus are expected to be evicted in 2025 here in the state of Indiana. With the top 3 counties with the most evictions include Marion County with 2,021, Lake County with 884, and Allen County with 529.
Okay.
But this particular bill made it all the way through the process. This is how it ended up. And the final votes, 35-1 in the Senate and 85-5 in the House. And it has been signed by the governor.
Yeah. And this bill had a bit of a journey because, as we recall, this is the bill that you testified on the very first day of session, but didn't show back up again in the other chamber until closer to right before the deadline.
The last week of committee deadlines.
Yeah, which is just wild.
In the second half.
Wild.
Yeah. There was just a lot of things going on.
It was a journey, but good work in helping to get that across the finish line.
Wanted to give a shout out to Senator Liz Brown, who was the catalyst in continuing to move this forward.
Awesome. So, all right, next up is SEA 4, Water Matters. I guess I'll talk about this one. I'll actually talk about the next 2 that we're talking about, this one and the next one. So you can put your notes away and kick back, relax. I got this. Look, no noise. Look at that.
I got the best one.
The silent one.
Why did you not take this one?
It's because I didn't know that existed.
This is the most lovely noisemaker because it doesn't make noise. It just makes the gesture. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So we got Water Matters. Very, it's pretty simple. Is that in this? This hat's a little itchy.
Underneath. You can take it off.
No, it's all right. I'm gonna leave it on.
Oh,
I'm committed to the bit now.
I was gonna take mine off.
Okay. So this has to do with long water pipelines, and this basically now requires approval from the IURC, which is the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission, for any water utility that if they want to build a pipeline that delivers 30 million gallons of water at least 30 miles from the source, they got to get approval, which is beforehand. The IURC didn't have clear jurisdiction about this, and so having this regulation of the transportation and use of large amounts of water, we hope will eliminate or prevent adverse rate increases for folks, as well as water availability issues. I think a lot of this stemmed out of the large LEAP district project, which is north of Indianapolis in the Lebanon area, looking to pull water from Tippecanoe County area, as well as and so that was just kind of where this all came about. And but it passed out of the Senate 45-2. Final House vote was 93-0. And this was actually in one of the first batches of bills that the governor signed. He signed it way back in April, which is, I say way back, it was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was like on the
that was one of the first bills?
I think it was in that first batch of stuff that made it through. So I could go back to check that, but I think it's one of the maybe it's not one of the first ones. You know what? That's not. It wasn't in the first batch.
I was going to say.
It's the next bill that I'm going to talk about that was in the first batch.
And here I was questioning myself, questioning you.
Well, you should never stop questioning me. And Anna does bring, April was a week ago. Way back in April.
Oh.
It feels longer ago.
It feels way longer ago.
So, and then staying in the utility space, SEA 422 Advanced Transmission Technology. So this is also something that it requires utilities to incorporate advanced transmission technologies into their long-term plans. And the whole idea behind this technology is to reduce congestion on transmission lines. So examples of this are, and I don't even really know what some of these terms are. Amber probably does. You may as well, but we're looking at, dynamic line rating, advanced power flow controllers, advanced conductors. These are all kind of technologies to help basically, for lack of a better word, squeeze more electricity through these lines than could exist currently. And we like this idea because it's an efficiency thing. It's using existing infrastructure. You don't have to build these expensive and take a long time, long transmission lines. It's just a way to get more energy onto the grid with the technology with the infrastructure that we have using some new technology. So considering that older Hoosiers are already kind of struggling with utility bills, food, medicine, things of that nature, this is a way to help meet that growing demand for electricity without potentially, building expensive infrastructure, which then rolls down to ratepayers.
I definitely need more energy pumped to my grid too.
Okay.
I feel like I was falling asleep.
You fall asleep. I think anytime we talk about utility stuff, you're just like,
I tried not to yawn, but I definitely did.
You're like, nerd.
No, this is really important.
This is important
I was
stuff.
Making a joke because I feel very low energy, and you were talking about how this is to get more
energy on the grid.
Yeah.
Well.
So sorry, that was not a very good joke.
It's a great joke.
Just because I was falling asleep.
Yeah. This is really weird, topics.
No, it's not that. It's just I'm so tired. It's nothing to do with that topic.
All right, the final Senate vote on that.
It's just sort of like a wah, wah, like a. We didn't record last week, and I'm still not ready to continue.
Yeah, still recovering from session.
Yeah.
Look, that's why we took that extra week off. We're getting back into the swing of things. I'll get to programming notes at the end here.
Well, I just also felt like we both had to look at our paper a lot more than we normally do because
generally
one week off, and then you were also using your radio voice, like you were like announcing, and I feel like we're just kind of.
I use a radio voice.
Advanced transmission technologies.
First of all, put in the comments if that's exactly how I sound.
It was very radio voicey. Okay. Anyway, continue.
Look, it passed by a lot. It was signed by the governor on March 31st. That was one of the first bills that he signed. So that's that stuff. We've completed the rundown of the bills that we're talking about today. So now let's get into something that let's get into a topic that's near and dear to your heart that took place last weekend or this past weekend.
Oh,
the Indy Mini Marathon.
Let me pep up for this.
Yeah, you gotta get amped up for this. Amber, how many times have you run this race?
Well, it's
double digits, right?
Yes. I don't actually know. I should go back and check. But I moved here in 2005, and I think I started running it in roughly 2007, I believe.
Okay. So you're coming up on, just under 20 years.
Yeah.
How's that feel? Feels pretty good, right?
It feels exactly how I'm currently feeling right now.
Like you need a nap? Hey, look, there we go.
Oh, yes. Okay, so that is Ryan. Well, I don't know if someone's looking at the screen. Would he be on the left or the right?
He is on your left if you're looking at the screen, yes. Just like
how you're looking at it now. Just like I always feel like it's flipped.
Yeah,
okay.
No, just like you're looking at it now.
So Ryan's on the left, his brother's in the middle, Scott, and then obviously me. And we all three ran the mini marathon this year. It was both Ryan and Scott's first mini.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And how did it go? Went well, right? Oh, look, there's a group. There we go.
Yes.
There's the whole family.
Okay, here's the whole family. Obviously, Mike Ryan, Scott, and Nikki's dad. And then Scott is all the way to the left. Nikki's in front of him. That's his sister. And then Emily, who is also one of our colleagues.
Yes, we all know Emily Gorman.
Yes, we do. So that's the whole, I want to say Macy family, but I know that we're not all Macy's in that picture. But, and Nikki and Emily brought signs to the finish line, and it was really cool.
That's awesome. Well, good work.
I mean, Mike was also there, but they made the signs. Mike was also at the finish line.
Congratulations to our first-time runners.
Yes. Ryan beat me.
Well, I wasn't even going to say anything. That's
Scott
a self-report.
Scott beat me too.
That's a self-report on your end of things.
Ryan was first. Scott was second. I was.
Yeah,
third.
but you were all like relatively like a couple minutes away from each other at most.
Yeah.
So that's really not that. It's basically a tie.
When you're trying to catch someone, though, a minute or two is.
Yeah, no, it might as well be 2 hours. But like in reality, in the grand scheme of things, basically a tie.
Yes, it was a really great time.
Well, congratulations. Good work.
Thank you.
And now, everybody's favorite part.
Ooh!
It's time for Fast Facts with Anna.
It does
make
make a
noise.
sound. I must not have done it right the first time.
Anna, how are you?
Hello. I'm good.
I do think mine is not as quite.
Yes,
not quite as good. Anyway,
Yeah.
Hi Anna.
They were not the highest of quality party
No.
hats. And
But look, you do what you can, you work with what you have, and I think they're fun. Especially, I enjoy the hat too, aside from the itchy underneath here for me.
It's a little
well,
A little itchy.
the listing kind of lied to me.
Oh.
It said they were adult sized, but these don't feel
They do not feel adult sized at all. They're like mini hats.
I don't think they're adult sized. No.
Oh, there we go. The leaderboard. Let's see that. I'm up by 1.5 still.
Wait, how do you see that?
I can't. There we go. There we
there
go.
we
I gotta move
go.
my cursor there.
There we go.
So Amber has 12. I have 13.5.
I am loser.
We'll see. We'll see where today brings us.
Let's hope I win both questions.
Well, this is a
hoping.
topic that you may have some advantage on, Amber.
I highly doubt it, because I couldn't even remember to talk about Senate Enrolled Act 142 without looking at
this is one, the greatest spectacle in running, Indy Mini Marathon.
Oh.
I almost thought it would be funny to change one of my questions to make it what was Amber's finish time to see if she remembered.
I would not have gotten it. I would not have gotten it.
Within get it down to like the second.
Would not have gotten it.
Yeah. Yeah, within like 10 seconds.
Oof. I would have gotten the seconds wrong. That's not one of the questions.
Well,
I know it's not one. I'm just writing it down.
That wasn't my time.
It wasn't?
Nope.
Okay, I would have got it wrong.
Yep.
Is it better than that?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I was wrong.
well,
Good
let's
thing.
see.
Ask that question.
Now you want it. Now, so I wouldn't get that, and then you tell me it's wrong. How do you know?
I know the minutes. I didn't know the seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's see how you guys do on these two questions.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
What year was the inaugural mini marathon?
Is there a multiple choice to this?
No, but it's plus or minus 3 years to get a point.
Why did we go away with the multiple choice?
I'm gonna have to get my calculator out here.
Oh, I know.
She's gonna nail it.
Time out.
She's
I just
gonna
need
get
my
it.
calculator. I just remembered.
Oh, so you can't Google it.
No, I'm not calculator. Do you see my calculator?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, I'm not Googling. Okay.
I can give you a hint, which
No, I don't
is...
need one.
Nope.
I don't need a hint.
I want it.
I don't need it.
Don't want it.
Okay.
We both were like, nope.
No hints for you.
What year was the inaugural? Okay, I think that's right.
The inaugural.
Inaugural.
Hold on, I need my calculator again.
Yeah, because if you know what number
Next
this
year.
mini was.
You're picking up what I'm putting down.
I am.
Okay.
All right.
Oh man.
1, 2,
You
3.
guys ready?
No, he got it too. He got it too.
1976.
Oh,
1977.
I was gonna put. I actually had 7.
How did we? I don't think I did my math right.
I don't know if I did.
Because, well, I mean, we still got it. We're
We still got a plus or minus 3.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
we both still got points.
But here's why. Are you ready for this? Well, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say it because I don't know what the next question is. But it doesn't matter because it's the same. Next year is the 50th running, I thought.
Is it next year or 2 years?
I thought it was next year.
Next year is the 50th. So.
Okay.
It is the 50th, Anna.
Yes, next year is the 50th. But when I was looking, I think the first one might not have been like
the official. That's kind of why it was probably just like, yeah, I got it.
Because that's how I got this.
Well, and that's how I was.
Because
I thought it was 2 years from now.
I was so excited that next year is the 50th.
Yeah.
The Indy Mini will be able to be an ARP member.
That's probably why we should get into ARP.
We can start advocating for the Indy Mini.
What'd you say, Anna? Say it again.
We can start advocating for the Indy Mini.
That's what I'm saying.
We should get them their card.
How awesome would that be?
Let's do it.
All right, fine. All right, thank you. Anna.
Yes,
That
thank you. Good one.
We both got
Congratulations.
A
Yeah, we
you did both get a point. And once I realized that next year is the 50th, I was like, well, maybe that's not the year to this journey that I'm on.
Yes, it is the year. That's why it is the year.
We'll see. I have till the 12th to decide. Anyway, continuing on with question 2. What is the current female record for the Indy Mini, which was set
this year?
Weekend. Yep. So plus or minus 3 minutes. There is a hint for this as well, but we flew past the hint on the last question. Do you want this one?
I'm going to take it.
You're going to take the
hint?
I think I got it.
It doesn't hurt you at all to take it.
Plus or minus only 3 minutes. Come on. Let's see here.
Do you want the hint?
JT?
I don't know. No, I'm not going to take it.
Okay. You're not taking the hint.
No, I'm not going to take it.
I don't think I'm taking it either.
Let's be bold. Okay. Here we go. What do we got?
Have your answers?
Sure. Who's going first?
I can.
You go first. I think you know it.
An hour and 10 minutes.
Okay. I did an hour 23 and 47 seconds.
My hint for this one was that the male record is an hour and 1 minute and 44 seconds.
She was 105.
But the female is 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 32 seconds from this year.
Wow.
Hey, can I give a shout out on why I know this?
Why do you know this?
Fox 59, baby.
Look at that. Made a gain there.
Didn't make a gain.
They were all about making sure everybody knew the winners and their times. And I knew. I thought as soon as you showed me, though, I thought it was only 5 minutes different than the gentleman that won. So that's why when you showed the time at 1:01, is that what it was? Yeah.
Yeah, but that was from a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
The record for the men was
because the gentleman did not set the record. You're right. Because I think I think he was 105 this year, if I'm right. I think he was.
That sounds right.
And then she was 5 minutes beyond him this year, but she beat the female record. Okay, but anyway, I just had to give a shout out.
Nailed it.
Fox 59. Thank you.
Wow.
Did you see what the record was for the 5K and who set that this year?
Oh,
well, I guess I don't know if her record counts.
What's that?
Wasn't it like 18 minutes?
Yeah, but it was a 13-year-old.
Oh, but was it really 18?
Yeah, it was like super fast.
I bet you. This is hopefully we can get you in a commercial because I can't think of a better way to.
I'm telling you.
You're like, look how informed she is because of Fox 69.
In the morning. All my friends that I watch every morning. It's so great. Okay. 13.
Oh, just
I
kidding.
did not remember that.
Just kidding. It's probably, was it like 13 minutes? 14?
It was 18 minutes and 26 seconds.
Oh, she was 13.
But she was 13 years old.
That's crazy.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Actually, congratulations to all the winners congratulations to all the runners.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Congratulations to you.
And the walkers.
And the walker, yes,
walkers.
yes.
Thank you, Anna.
And the watchers.
And the watchers
And
and
congratulations to the watchers.
cheer
Yeah, cheer
sections.
Yeah, the spectators. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming out and supporting your people.
I couldn't think of the word spectator for some reason.
That's awesome.
The watchers.
Just,
The watchers.
everybody. Good work.
Oh, yes.
Oh, everybody's getting out there doing things. Well, awesome. Congratulations. I believe I'm still ahead by what, like half a point?
I hope not.
Yes, I think by half a point.
Mm.
Because you were up by 1.5. And she gained 1 on you.
Gained 1 on me because you got both right today. I only got 1.
Oh, well.
We're going to have to take some suggestions for trivia topics moving into summer now that session is over.
Okay.
Yes, by all means. Right into the show. Leave a comment.
Leave a comment on YouTube.
Yeah.
This was
Or on
a
Facebook.
perfect fast facts.
It was a
Thank
great
you.
one. Even if I only got one of them correct.
And Fox 59. If you need somebody for a commercial.
Yeah, let's get her. Sign her up. We're gonna talk to Dan Spieler about this.
There you go.
We're gonna send Dan a message and say, like, we got to get Amber on here.
I am just
Super fan.
an avid morning news watcher.
Is it your
And what?
all-time favorite weatherman as well?
Yes, actually, but there are several weather individuals because Amber is also a weather, not me, but Amber is also does weather. So there are I have lots of friends in the morning. I'm sorry, I'm so excited.
This is so great. This is great.
They helped me win Fast Facts.
That is that's actually great. It's good stuff. This is why you should watch the news. Stay informed, people.
Might help you win a trivia contest.
Might help you win a trivia question.
Okay, I'll stop fangirling out now.
No, you can. This is fun.
I just cannot believe it.
You got 2 for 2, and you nailed both of them.
Yeah.
Like that
Nailed.
time was like literally spot on. The only thing you didn't have was the seconds. And if you would have got the seconds, super impressed.
Automatic
super-
season win if she
Yeah,
got seconds.
it would have been a walk-off. I would have been like, let's just shut it down. I can't top that. I can't top that. So congratulations,
Well-
Amber, on today's win as well, aside from just your running.
Thank you.
Anna, thank you as always.
You're welcome. See you next time.
Appreciate you.
Sounds great.
And then, so that's going to be it for today's show. What's
This
going on?
hat in our hair.
Oh,
just
yeah.
like,
Well,
it's fine.
this is what's going on here.
I was so excited that the questions were about running.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was a big event.
It was,
Gotta,
well, and I feel like just with a long session, I forget how hard it is to train because literally session ends and I think the mini is that next weekend.
Yeah. What was your time?
We might have to look it up.
Okay.
No, I think it was
What-
1 hour and 54 minutes.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Let me see.
We're going to have to look it up.
I have a picture of it
Okay.
and it's right here.
What is it?
I was 1 hour and 54 minutes.
That's awesome.
And 20 seconds.
Under 2 hours. That's impressive.
It was under, my pace wasn't as great as though it could have been.
Look.
But super proud of Ryan and Scott. And I'm just very happy that I was able to cross that finish line after 4 very long months of session.
You did it. Good work. And good work
was
to all
really
you for
fun.
sticking around. So, programming note: we will
Oh, yeah.
we will not be doing weekly episodes now for a little while, but we're going to be looking at going every other week. So, stay tuned. We won't be in your feed and get those notifications and what you won't be getting those next week, but the week after we'll be back to talk about more of the bills, and we'll start the next few episodes. We'll go through all the legislation that we worked on and we talked about, and then after that we'll get into some other stuff. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Well, and there will obviously be meetings along the way. For example, next week on Thursday, we have the Commission on Aging meeting
Okay.
and the Choice Board meeting.
Yep. And there's things like next week also we got the Greater Fort Wayne
Oh, yeah.
Chamber of Commerce, the kind of session wrap up breakfast.
Yes, that's on Tuesday.
That
so
will be
that's-
up there. Yeah. So there's gonna be plenty of stuff for us to talk about and get into. We'll try to have some fun along the way.
Yep.
Awesome. Amber, look,
Whew,
great job.
okay.
Congratulations again. You made it.
Thanks. Thanks to all of you.
Thanks to all you sticking with us. Anna, as always.
Thank you, Anna.
All right, there we go. All right, there we go.
That's going to be the most annoying sound.
Yeah, for the people that are
to this.
listening, apologies. That's probably super
just
annoying.
Terrible.
But otherwise, okay, until next time, we will see you on the Legislative Director talking about legislative things. Until then.